So with royalty cuts considered, Tekashi probably banked another $2.5 million on Apple Music this year. A lot of people are curious how much Tekashi 6ix9ine has made in 2018, seeing as how popular he is. I mean, the guy copped a $300K Jigsaw chain, and then a $95K My Little Pony chain. So how's he affording all this crazy stuff while being signed to an independent record label? Let's find out. In this video, I'll calculate shows, ticket sales, streams on streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music, and even album sales to figure out exactly how much Tekashi has made in the year 2018. This is how much they made. Shows.
Get your shows up, get your touring up. You might need to call Treyway, I might help you, man.
So firstly, to figure out how much Tekashi has made, we're gonna have to calculate how much he has made off of his performances. Clubs, concert venues, and birthday party performances all make up a very large percentage of a musician's income in 2018. Tour life hasn't been easy for Tekashi. When he was first blowing up and had all that beef with tons of people, a lot of his shows were getting canceled, and that was probably hurting his pockets. But now that he has security and has calmed down, he seems to be doing a lot of touring and making a lot of money. In October, promoters from DC booked Tekashi to play at a homecoming event, but he apparently skipped out on the show. The promoters claimed they paid him $60,000 as an advance or a back-end to perform at their homecoming show. But Tekashi canceled 35 minutes before doors opened, which ended up costing promoters $300,000 because they had to refund tickets. That's insane. Typically, most promoters pay an artist half of their booking fee up front, and half after the show has been completed. So with that information, we can safely guess Tekashi is getting anywhere from $100,000 to $125,000 for each performance. Tekashi has performed 39 times in 2018, so if he's getting $100,000 per show, we can estimate that he's raked in at least $3.5 million so far just off of his shows. That's a lot. Spotify. The next biggest source of income for Tekashi is going to be streaming. The guy's music does crazy numbers on every platform, from YouTube to Spotify to Apple Music. So that's one place he's going to be making a ton of money. Tekashi has released around 20 songs so far this year, and since Spotify displays how many stream songs have on their platform, we can see that Tekashi has done over 1 billion streams on Spotify this year.
Look at that, 1 billion streams in 5 months. What does that say? Yeah, 1 billion streams.
According to various reports that you can find online, Spotify pays about half a penny per stream. With that in mind, we can figure that with his billion streams, Tekashi has earned around $5 million from Spotify. If you take into account that his label is probably taking a percentage, he pays people featured on his songs, and also the producers of the songs themselves, he might have only profited about half of that $5 million, which would be $2.5 million. Apple Music. Now, Apple Music doesn't display how many streams songs have on their platform, but since we know that they have about the same amount of users as Spotify, we can probably say that Tekashi's songs have also done 1 billion streams on Apple Music. Spotify and Apple Music pretty much pay the same amount per stream, so with royalty cuts considered, Tekashi probably banked another $2.5 million on Apple Music this year. YouTube. Out of all the streaming services, YouTube pays the lowest. YouTube pays about 1/10 of a penny per stream. So even though Tekashi has done around 1 billion streams on YouTube too, I'd be surprised if he made more than $1 million off of that. When you take into account for royalty splits, he's probably made around $400,000 off of YouTube. Pure sales. The last way 6ix9ine has made some money off of his music are iTunes album sales, where people actually pay $7 or so to purchase an album. Tekashi's debut album, Day 6ix9ine, sold 20,000 copies on iTunes in its first week of being released, so that's about another $150,000 that he's made this year. Merch. Tekashi does have an online merch store where he sells hoodies and physical copies of his albums, so he's definitely made some money off of that, but there's no way to guess or figure out how much that could be. Plus, it's probably nothing compared to his streaming and show money. Features. A lot of artists make money selling features, charging anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000 just to hop on someone else's song, because it can instantly get the song a buzz. As far as I know, Tekashi doesn't actually sell features, which might be for the better, because that way his brand and his music aren't getting oversaturated to where people are tired of him. The total estimate on how much he made this year comes out to around $8.5 million, all things considered. To be making that kind of cash is insane for someone signed on an independent record label, so congrats to him. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. If you think you know who I should do next, drop a comment in the comments section below.